Contrarians, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Wednesday, July 14th. First off, we got Powell says a Fed digital currency could undercut need for cryptocurrencies, which I thought was very interesting. He said on Wednesday that one of the stronger arguments for the U.S. central bank to set up a digital currency is that it could undercut the need for private alternatives such as cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, which I thought was laughable. He says, I think that may be the case, and I think that's one of the arguments that are offered in favor of digital currency. That in particular, you wouldn't need stablecoins, you wouldn't need cryptocurrencies. If you had a digital U.S. currency, I think that's one of the stronger arguments in its favor. Okay, so what's the difference between what we're using now, a digital currency, your debit card, basically, everything is just ones and zeros anyways. What is that going to be issued on? It's just going to be printed out of thin air like we're doing with the fiat money system? Probably not. It's probably going to have to fall on a blockchain anyways. He said that he was skeptical of the crypto assets would become a main payments vehicle in the US, but said stablecoins might gain more traction. However, he said more regulation is needed before stablecoins could take on a bigger role in the financial system. I thought this was absolutely crazy because we have the European Central Bank over here. They're going ahead and they're saying that they're looking to design a digital euro more energy efficient than Bitcoin. All right. It says, in what seems increasingly common in 2021, banking giants around the world are announcing their interest in experimenting with various types of crypto assets. So the European Central Bank isn't looking to get rid of cryptocurrencies. Clearly, Ukraine is not looking to get rid of cryptocurrencies. We have XLM price surged. This was back on January 6th of this year for central bank digital currency development. It says the Stellar Network's native token XLM has soared 30% in a day back in January. And it says XLM has greatly gained in value following the news that its blockchain network will be leveraged to develop central bank digital currencies in Ukraine. All right, so clearly Ukraine sees value in cryptocurrencies. Also, one of the world's oldest banks is issuing a euro stablecoin on Stellar. This was back on December 9th of last year. The Germany's Bankhaus van der Heid, established in 1754, is working with tokenization and digital asset custody technology. So they see real use case in crypto assets, i.e. Stellar Lumens. It says when using our technology to tokenize securities, you also have the payment method on chain, but not as volatile cryptocurrency as a stablecoin. Banks normally wouldn't feel comfortable using stablecoins like Tether or USDC due to the potential counterparty risk that is behind them. They prefer to work with stablecoins issued by banks, and the same is true for institutional investors. And we also know that 85% of Italian banks are exchanging interbank transfer data on Corda, which is built by R3. Which brings me to my point. JP Morgan created a coin. Okay, cool. So they created their own JP Morgan coin. Bank of America is not going to be using a JPM coin. Really, all this does is exactly what it does now. They're just facilitating payments business to business for people that have Chase or JP Morgan. That's it. You're not going to have Santander or Wells Fargo using JPM coin to facilitate transactions, which is why those 9 banks that we've discussed in the last how many videos built R3. Remember, R3 bought at least $250 million worth of XRP, SEC lawsuit shows. This was back in 2019. The company bought 1.4 billion XRP. 1.04 billion XRP. Why did they do that? Why did they buy all this XRP? Do we know? It's because XRP is the liquidity token that's going to be used to settle transactions from business to business on the Corda blockchain. That's how it works. If you guys don't know that, go back and watch my videos on XDC. We break all that stuff down. All right, so here, why, and don't be misled when you see articles like this, why Swift chose R3 over Ripple. Swift did not choose R3 over Ripple. R3 is using Ripple XRP to settle payments on the blockchain, like I just said. So don't get deterred when you see these articles. This popped up 2 years ago. They're all working together. It's very, very obvious. And let's look at this Wells Fargo, Roger Cabrera. Let's see what he said on the R3 website under testimonials. R3's Corda enterprise was designed by and for financial institutions. It is a distributed ledger solution that allows for appropriate data, confidentiality controls, scales to bank transaction volumes and throughput, and supports an information security design that is compatible with Wells Fargo industry. They have to be using one token to settle transactions. It's not going to be every bank making their own token, making their own stable coin. Who's going to use JP Morgan when they're Bank of America and Wells Fargo and Santander and all these other banks? They have to use one liquidity token that needs to be used as the settlement, which is why the banks are choosing XRP. Here, right from the R3 website, the deployment of the Corda settler and its support for XRP as the first settlement mechanism and an important step in showing how the powerful ecosystems cultivated by two of the world's most influential crypto and blockchain communities can work together, said Richard Gendel Brown, Chief Technology Officer at R3. He says, while the settler will be open to all forms of crypto and traditional assets, this demonstration with XRP is the next logical step in showing how widespread acceptance and use of digital assets to transfer value and make payments can be achieved. They have to use cryptocurrencies in order to facilitate these transactions. So whatever Jerome Powell is talking about, it's being used to misguide you and deter you from cryptocurrencies, in my opinion. Next, SEC versus Ripple. The lawsuit gets tense while Ripple announces tokenization with XRP Ledger. It says tokenization is transforming how people buy, sell, track, and manage assets. Everything from art and real estate to intellectual property, equities, and supply chain goods. In fact, the World Economic Forum projects 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027, said Ashish Birla, general manager for RippleNet, on the firm's blog. Do you understand how massive that is? The World Economic Forum says 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized. There is a real use case for cryptocurrencies. They will be issued by the government. They will have their own coins. They will have their own assets that they will be using to settle. And that settlement tool will be XRP, XDC, XLM, and even Algorand. Those are all ISO compliant coins. There's a reason why they made these ISO compliant coins. Basically filters out all the other coins that will not comply with the financial regulatory institutions, meaning that you can only use these approved coins to facilitate business-to-business transactions on the Corda blockchain. That's how it works. Also, let's take a look at the fear and greed index for Bitcoin. Now we're in extreme fear as we look at all the articles that are coming out here. Bitcoin dumps to a 17-day low on Crypto Potato. Bitcoin sell-off continues as BTC nears 31K. Bitcoin tanks even as inflation jumps on Fortune. And this guy on CNBC is talking about a black swan event, how Bitcoin is worth zero and fails as a currency and a hedge. But if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart here, in my opinion, it's been drawn out now since May 18th. You've had almost May, June, July, almost 3 months of consolidation now. 3 months for the whales to buy up everything. And the narrative is that most retail investors are getting scared out of the market because they do not understand what is going on. I do expect the narrative to shift as we decide to push out of this zone here. I do not anticipate 29,000 breaking. I do anticipate a rise out of here. We'll have to see what happens. But with that being said, realize that what Jerome Powell is saying regarding cryptocurrencies is false. They will be utilizing cryptocurrencies. They are here. The banks have been here. The banks have developed a technology that the businesses will be using to facilitate business-to-business transactions and even settling in peer-to-peer transactions with Stellar Lumens, XRP, XLM, Algorand, XDC. Those are the four. So with that being said, please like, subscribe, share the video, get this stuff out there. And we will catch you all in the next video.